Well, good start to the West Coast trip. 8-0 win by the Yankees. Carlos Rodon, 6+ innings, shutout ball. Giancarlo Stanton goes deep. Juan Soto goes deep. Aaron Judge goes deep. Gleyber Torres goes deep. He's starting to heat up a little bit too. The scary part of the night, John Birdie in the top of the ninth inning got injured. We don't exactly know yet. Anthony Volpe with a leadoff triple. That's right too. Browning, yep, Sean. It looks like a pulled calf muscle. We're hoping it's not a torn calf muscle. I'm gonna keep tabs on this and see if we get any news in the next little while because they're obviously running tests on him right now after the game. But this is where, you know, as much as it sucks, and I like John Birdie, I like what he brings to the table, but this is why we're so lucky to have Oswaldo Cabrera, potentially Oswald Peraza coming back, DJ LeMahieu coming back. Having this depth in the infield is really, really, really handy. Okay, and I hope John Birdie's not seriously hurt. If it's torn, he's going to miss months. So, but shout out to everybody in the chat. By the way, I know it's a late night right now, and obviously these West Coast games are torture for people that are on the East Coast. But Stephen B's in the house. Daniel Burry Sports. Jonathan's here. Yeah, Buckeye's here. My man, my man. Yeah, my man Maggie Mazza. Train Express is in the house. The Emperor. The new king of Virginia Beach. That's right. That's right, baby. Aiden's in the house. Who else we got here? Who else we got? Blue is heel. Is it? Is it? Yeah. And look, it could be the heel Buckeye. I know they were massaging the calf too. I mean, it could be a heel that permeated up to his calf. It could be a soleus, which is the lower part of the head of the calf. Essentially, the head of the calf, and the soleus, then your Achilles. So, and he was coming right out the box though, and propelling towards first base, and he just went down after like 2 steps. So that sucks. That really sucks. And I hope it's a pull and not a tear. I hope it's a pull and not a tear. I'll keep you updated either way. Peanuts here. J Powers is here. My man Sean Brown is here. What's good? Tiffany, hello. How are you? Jennifer, good evening too. How are you, Jennifer? Jonathan Quinn's in the house. Sunil, there he is. Congratulations on the Mavericks winning. What are they up? 2-0 on the Timberwolves. All right. All right. Yeah, we got some home runs today. We got some we got some home runs today. Um, what else we got? Brandon Moore's in the house. Who else we got? Chris Schmidt. Wink is here too. Roberto. I'm trying to keep up with the scroll. It's going fast. Almaraz. Roberto. Blame Nixon. Ben Nice. That's a clever name, Blame Nixon. Oh shoot. Tiffany Johnson. Demon D. Let me send. Hold on. Hang tight, Mazza. I'm sending you the link right now, dude, to come on if you'd like. My man Maz Train Express is going to join me. Let me just send you the link to hop on. Thank you for pointing out. This sometimes the scroll goes by so quickly. I miss stuff. Mr. O'Brien. Yeah, halfway to NBA Finals. Yeah, and our Rangers, our New York Rangers, won tonight. They tied the series at 1, which is fantastic. Cadzilla's here too. What is Brandon Moore? There he is. Everybody, yeah, a lot of people laughed about that. Like, if you don't get Yamamoto, you would be terrible. Nope, don't think so. Don't think so. So, our starting pitching is just fine. And we got Yorendris Gomez here now, who, if you haven't, for those that haven't heard, they put Nick Birdie, the relief pitcher. And both birdies got hurt today, which is crazy. Nick Birdie, the relief pitcher, got put on the 15-day IL for hip inflammation, right hip inflammation. They brought up Yorendris Gomez from AAA, who closed the game out in the ninth. So, Roberto Milans, what's good, my man? What is good? Yeah. DJ will be coming back any day now. So, Sharif is here too. What's good? Smack those like buttons everywhere, but everybody, by the way, if you don't mind, we want to try to get our likes up as quickly as we can. Smash that to celebrate this Yankees win. The Yankees are playing well right now. They really, really are. Yeah, I hope Birdie, and I'm gonna keep tabs on in case we hear any news. Um, no, it's not a torn ACL, Jules. Looked like he was holding his muscles below the knee right now. I'm keeping tabs on it, but generally with a torn ACL, he'd likely have some hyperextension, but I didn't see any of that. Check your paws, baby. Yeah. All right, let's get them likes up. Let's try to get those likes up. I'm telling you, Buckeye, you gotta fire Cashman. You gotta fire Boone. I think my man Mazza from Ford Train Express would agree after this win. You gotta fire Boone. You gotta fire Cashman, right? Yeah. Birdie has a calf, James. Yes, he does.
There we go.
Gastroc
There we go. Now I can hear you.
gastrocnemius, the muscle that's below behind the knee, the head of your calf muscle. That's what it looks like. And I'm
Jeez.
taking a look right now um, to see if we have any updates on John Birdie. But this is freaking nuts. Both birdies got hurt today. Both birdies.
Jesus.
They put Nick Birdie on the IL earlier, 15-day right hip inflammation, and now John Birdie gets hurt. It's like a curse of the bird.
Unbelievable.
What the hell's going
Yeah.
on?
No idea.
Ken is in the house. I think it's his calf muscle. That's what it looks like. I'm looking to see if we get anything. Generally, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes after the game. Nothing yet. But expect him to go. I expect him to go in the IL. Expect him to call somebody up tomorrow or tonight. It could be TJ Rumfield. It could be one of these young prospects. It could be.
You never know. You never know.
So, they have a boatload of infield prospects, and he's in AAA. There's quite a few of them in AAA. Caleb Durbin's in AAA too. But thankfully, Gleyber Torres is heating up. What's your take, Mazza? What do you think, brother?
It's nice to see Labor finally hitting.
Yeah.
Finally trying to earn a paycheck.
Yeah.
It's nice to see Big G heating up, though. That's the nice surprise. You got him, and you got our captain Judge hitting like it's no tomorrow. And then you just got Soto continuing to rake every single at bat. It's nice to see. And I know I have been completely absent lately, but I have been trying to keep up with games and whatnot. And it's nice to see that this team has finally got something going for them.
We know you're busy, though. We miss you, man. We know you're busy, though. You're doing some big stuff, man. You're doing some big stuff, and you got a family too, man. So I totally get it. And these freaking West Coast games, now it's gonna be tough. Now that you're gonna be in another area, it's gonna be a little bit tough on you too, getting used to these freaking West Coast late night games. So
I mean, I got a fun road trip planned out, which I'll kick off tomorrow.
nice,
I'm actually going to go see the Space Needle tomorrow in Seattle,
nice,
and then I'm actually getting to a Brewers Cubs game in Milwaukee
nice,
and
dude.
a Cubs Reds game in Chicago, and then I might get to a Guardians Nationals game in Cleveland if I can get there in time.
That's awesome, bro. See as many baseball games as you can, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
So,
Yeah. And what's happening, Chen? Josh, what's good, everybody? If you guys and girls hear anything about John Birdie, let us know too, please. I'm keeping tabs here. If you see anything
I'll let you know if I see anything as well. But
yeah, we're keeping tabs to see if we get anything on John Birdie. I don't know yet. I'm looking on the Yankees. I'm looking on Twitter and everything else, and that's where we probably will see the
we'll probably hear something in the next 20, 30 minutes, I'd say.
Yep, I would say. But the Yankees win. The Rangers won. So another good.
You know what's great though? Baltimore won, but they don't gain a game.
That's right. They're still 3.5 games out. The Yankees have a 3.5 game lead on the Baltimore Orioles right now.
Without their best pitcher.
Without their best pitcher. Yep.
And I was
in the house. What's good, brother?
I was on Hector's stream 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it was either 2 days ago or yesterday. And the one thing that I had said was it doesn't matter what we think as fans. I mean, it does, but there's a reason why Cashman is the longest tenure GM, hasn't had a losing season in 32 years, and why he's kept his job for so long. He's obviously done something right to keep his job.
Yep.
So we have to remember that. It's something that we have to really put into perspective, that he must be doing something right to make this team money that the Steinbrenners like.
I'm going to say something that's probably going to drive fans crazy right now. Okay. Brian Cashman is the greatest GM in the history of sports. And this is not me saying. You know the new book by Andy Martino, The Yankee Way? A very respected baseball GM actually said that in the book. Billy Beane.
I did hear about that.
From Moneyball. They
I
made a
did
movie
hear about that.
He said it himself, he's the greatest GM in the history of sports.
I did hear about that.
He actually said that, Billy Beane, in this book.
I heard that.
I'm reading the book right now. So he is well respected in the GM world, in the sports world, baseball world. So just gotta give him his due. I know some people hate him. He's made some bonehead, he's made some moves that haven't worked, but all GMs have. But this guy is like like Sonny from Bronx Tale of the freaking GMs.
I mean, granted, regardless of whatever people say,
yeah,
Brian Cashman has done good for this team.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what people have said, regardless of people wanting him fired, I will admit that I have at times gotten so frustrated that I've wanted him gone too. But at the end of the day, I've realized that, the reason why he's been around the Yankee organization for almost 30 years is because he's been doing stuff right. And the Steinbrenners like it.
Yep, and he makes them a ton of money too. So he helps their business as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that he had him on. I invited Andy Martino on, and we'll see if he comes back and he agrees to come on too, because I want to talk to him about the book as well. Said that Derek from Recaps had that. Yeah, I saw that, Chris. I saw it yesterday. So I'm hoping that Andy Martino comes on here too. I reached out to him, invited him on here. So hopefully we can get him on.
That'd be great if you got Andy Martino.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool, man. I'd love to talk to him, get some more insight about this book that he wrote. And it's an interesting book. It really, really is an interesting book. How you feeling about the Yankee starters? How you feeling about the team overall and the vibe of the team?
Vibe's great. It's loose. I mean, compared to last year and the shit show we dealt with last year, this clubhouse seems very loose. And that's what they needed. Carlos Rodon, after a full spring, I mean, he's looking phenomenal.
Yep.
He's 6-2.
Yep.
How could you not like that? Then you've got Marcus Stroman behind him, who's really stepped it up. And then when we get Cole back, that's just adding another layer of a very strong rotation. I mean, you can't.
Reporting a possible Achilles injury.
Oh boy.
We'll see. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. Keep going. And by the way, NFE, I sent you the link. Up on.
You're good. So what I was going to say was, if you look at this team compared to last year, we had no left fielder. We were wound way too tight. Now going into this year, you've got guys like Soto, Verdugo. You've got guys like Stroman coming in and really loosening up the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the chemistry of this year's team compared to last year was a giant ball of toxic waste.
Yes, sir.
Coming into this year, it's a new story. It's a different story. That chapter is closed. Once we got rid of Hicks, once we got rid of Donaldson, once we got rid of all that toxic energy and all that toxic, mentality, it cleared everything up. Now, granted, they probably should have cut loose that toxic, the toxic players, in the beginning of the season,
Yep.
granted, but they didn't. So it was a little too late to rebound from it. But even regardless of that, they learned from their lesson. They learned their lesson.
Yep.
They went out. They got a couple of guys who are really going to open up, make this team loose, have fun with it. And now they're playing baseball and having fun. It's not like taking out the garbage every night or
True.
making your bed or cleaning your house. They're looking like a baseball team that's having fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And so Stephen D's. I mean, this is something like I've been talking about for years. That Cashman they overhauled things in the minors after 2018. Like they revamped their scouting department, their player development, and all this type of
Yep.
stuff. And again, they've improved all the areas where they develop players after they draft them, and whether it's an international signing, whether it's an amateur draft from the college or whatnot, they're in such a better place right now, Steven.
Yeah.
So it's like John. As much as this John Birdie injury sucks, whatever it turns out to be, they've
It
got
doesn't hurt that much.
yeah. It's not going to sink them. It's not going to sink them. Like last year, the Yankees were in deep trouble when Aaron Judge went down, when Stanton went down, when Rodon went. Like they were in deep shit when these guys went
Yeah.
down. So now it's a little bit different,
Yeah.
and we will be getting DJ LeMahieu back any day now. So
We're
that's
going
why
to be getting Cole back sometime in late June, early July. So that's a great sign, too.
Yep.
I mean, look at all the injuries that we have seen this year. We've so far this year been lucky to say
Very.
that we not yet have we had injuries? Absolutely. But we have the depth to fill those holes.
Yep.
Last year we couldn't say that. Last year our guys that we did have for depth got hurt.
Yep.
Last year the guys that we did have at depth were playing out of position.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this year we can say that we have depth at every single position.
Yep.
And if someone like a John Birdie goes down, okay, fine. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to sting because we have the depth and the pieces that we can bring up or slot in. We have the resources to fill those holes until they get back.
Yep. And Sean's right too. The injuries come in a bunch in this last couple of years. They do. They really do. Thankfully, Stanton, revamped his physique and without sacrificing his power. That's clear. So he's staying healthy. We need him to stay healthy. And he's got 13, 14 home runs now. So he's on pace for 40, which is
And you want to know what's crazy? Look at the Orioles.
Yeah.
I'm going to use them for a prime example of this. So they just lost John Means again. Did you hear about this, Jason?
Somebody just said is he on the IL again?
He's probably going back on the IL with another elbow injury.
Oh my God.
Okay. So you've got the Orioles who have lost Grayson Rodriguez, their young stud. They're about to lose John Means again for a second elbow injury. So it sounds like he might have another injury to that new surgically torn or surgically repaired UCL. That's what it's sounding like.
Here it is. Here today they put him on the IL for a strained forearm, and he's having a second opinion. And surgery's on the table. Surgery's on the table, which would be potentially Tommy John surgery.
There you go. That would be his second Tommy John surgery in 2 years.
That would suck.
So that's two of your biggest arms down.
Damn.
And I don't even know if I can. And then you look down into the rotation, and who do they have other than Corbin Burns?
True,
I mean, I'm not saying that their farm system isn't deep, but they don't have the pitching depth.
They don't.
Who do they have? Dean Kramer? He's streaky at best.
Yeah, I don't even know.
So if you look at the position that the Orioles are in right now, they have a good young farm system. I do not discredit that. They have probably one of the top farm systems in the game. But the problem with their farm system is it's so prospect heavy on the infield and outfield that they don't have enough pitching that if something like this were to happen, which as we see it did happen, now they may not be able to recover from this. Now they may have to trade a couple of top prospects to get a big arm.
Yep.
They may not have that choice, unlike the Yankees, where we've got guys like Will Warren, Clayton Beeter, Brock Selvage. I mean, we got guys in the system who are close to major league ready that we could slide in. So we have to consider ourselves very lucky that we are not the Orioles right now. Because if you were to say to me 2 weeks ago that the Orioles and Yankees were going to battle for first the whole season, I would have looked at you and agreed. But now I can't say that.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. This is an opportunity for the Yankees to create a gap, like if it presents itself, and the Yankees are good enough to do that, to take it from 3.5 to like 7 games or something like that, or whatever.
But that's the thing, though.
Right?
That's the thing with the lack of pitching depth in their farm. They're not going to have those pieces, and they may have to trade some of those pieces. And unfortunately for them, it's going to come at a much steeper price now that teams know that they're much more vulnerable than they were 3 weeks ago.
You want Mason Miller? You're going to pay a ransom for this.
Exactly. Because now they know they're hurting for pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Because Corbin Burns, I'm taking nothing away from Corbin Burns. He is a top of the line pitcher, stud pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot just rely on Corbin Burns every 5th day at his age.
Yep.
It's like how we could not rely on Cole every 5th day last year, but we did. Granted, he won the Cy Young Award, but he was the only guy that was reliable. And that's the same thing with Burns. If you could bring up that comment about McDermott.
Wow. Let me get back to this one here.
Yeah. McDermott and Povich. I've never heard of McDermott and Povich. I don't know if they're minor leaguers. I don't know if they've been around a while. That's not to say that they don't have them, that they're not good. That's just saying that I haven't heard of them. So now teams know that, hey, Baltimore's in a little bit of trouble here. Now we can try to fleece them. So that's where the whole thing about injuries coming in bunches happen. But when they do, they could be injuries that could be detrimental. And in the Orioles case, they are detrimental.
Oh, heck yeah. It's true. It's so true. Trying to see if we can find anything on Birdie here.
Did you see that on trade rumors, Jason?
What's that? MLB trade rumors?
Did you see the John Means thing on MLB trade rumors?
John Mean, yes, set for second opinion on forearm strain. Yeah.
Yep. So that
right
there should tell you that it's probably worse than what it's saying.
Probably. If they already said surgery's on the table.
Yep.
That's a scary.
That's something I want to point out as well, Jason, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, man.
The difference between Cole and John Means is surgery was not on the table for Garrett Cole.
True.
But it is for Means. That's the difference.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah. Piedmont Security, who do I think takes Birdie's spot? I mean, Oswaldo Cabrera's already up, right? DJ will be back any day. They may still call up another young prospect, right? They have a ton of depth in the infield, and again, Oswald Peraza is working his way through rehab. So if these guys are healthy and productive, these guys I think are going to be the ones that come up, right? Um, probably Peraza and DJ will be the two guys to be called up if either one's close. Otherwise, they're just going to play Oswaldo Cabrera, but they still have to bring somebody up anyway if they put Birdie on the IL to have the 26-man roster complete. So they're going to make some kind of move tomorrow anyway. So, I lost him, lost Mazza. There he is. He's coming back. There he is. He's coming back.
There we go.
But it's Darvish. We have to face Dylan Cease tomorrow and Joe Musgrove the next day. So, Kadzillan's giving us some insight here on Povich. He's saying he's 5-1 with a 2.08 ERA, 47 innings, pitched 65 Ks. Okay. Solid. You know, I didn't even realize this. Seth Lugo from the Royals, 8-1 with a sub-2 ERA.
The Royals are 33-17.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that was my sneaky pick to make the playoffs. I'm still sticking to it.
I have them too.
It's like, shit, they're playing really well.
That division is way too weak for the Royals not to take it.
Yeah, it's true. And Piedmont, you might be right, man. Maybe DJ comes back. I mean, he's already in rehab, and he's already traveling with the team. So he's with them in San Diego. So they might activate him. So, the batting average is just one metric, Kenzel. I mean, if he's leaving, they're trying to get him back up here. He's hitting with power. He's doing some, and his glove would be come in handy. And like John Birdie's got an elite glove. Peraza's got an elite glove. So I would imagine they were looking probably for a higher batting average, but that's probably not the metric why they would bring up Peraza. But we'll see. You know, I don't know. What do you think, man? What do you think, Manson? What do you think, bro?
I think it's a waiting game. I think we have to just see how the chips fall, and then play the hand you're dealt.
Yep. I would expect to hear, like, you're going to hear something. I keep looking to see if we're getting news on Birdie here. Yeah, Aaron Boone says it looks like a calf injury. I thought calf injury. That's the way it looked like too. When you pull a calf muscle, the way you go down the way he did, and they were holding on to his gastrocnemius, which is the main head of the calf. So I didn't confirm it as an IL stint. I think he said won't rush DJ back, but they will call up someone else for the next year. They're gonna call up somebody. So
yep,
expect to move tonight or tomorrow to be announced. They're gonna if they have to call somebody up from the travel, they're gonna do it tonight. But it probably won't be announced until tomorrow.
You know what's insane?
What's
Over
that?
30 players this season have had Tommy John surgery.
Crazy.
Over 30 players have had Tommy John surgery this year.
Insanity, man. That's
John Means might be number 31.
Could be.
Or whatever that number is. He might be that next victim to succumb to a second Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
And you even read it off that article on MLB Trade Rumors. It even clearly says that surgery is on the table, Tommy John surgery to be exact.
Yep. Hang on 1 second here. Put my laptop charger in. 1 sec. For some reason, my laptop. There we go. Hold on. That freaking. There we go. Okay, now it's in. Sorry.
You can't make this stuff up.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
You can't make this up. It's pure and utter insanity with how many players have had Tommy John this year.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the pitch clock has everything to do with all these players getting hurt, but it is definitely a reason. And did you see that article I sent you that how Major League Baseball and Rob Manfred are denying that the pitch clock has anything to do with it?
Yeah, they don't want to take any ownership of it. Any
No.
ownership at all.
Nope. Because if they do, that means they have to admit that they were wrong, and that their idea of the pitch clock is a failure.
It's true, and this is the second year in a row that they made changes to the pitch clock. So, and it's clearly not working well.
No, it's not. So it's something that needs to be readdressed.
True. So true. You hearing an echo on my end?
Huh?
Are you hearing an echo on my end?
No.
All right. I'm hearing it now. I'm. Do me a favor, 1 second. Just mute yourself. Is there still an echo? How about now, gang? No echo? Lou, Piedmont, Catzilla, there's still an echo? I don't hear it now. Okay. So, Maz, you can unmute.
Weird.
So when you talk, I'm going to mute.
Okay.
And if you don't mind, if I'm going to talk, let's just mute ourselves while the other one's talking so that there's no bad audio.
Gotcha.
But this is nuts, man. Like, it looks like a calf injury for Birdie. So I want to look again and see what we got here. Folks, if you're seeing anything too, please let us know. Please let us know. Nothing yet. Nothing.
Hopefully it's not worse.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything yet. Is Consiglietti here too? Consiglietti's here. Tiffany, hello. Lou, what's good? Okay, the echo's gone. All right, yeah. So when we mute, we mute ourselves when the other one's talking. The echo goes away. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what's going on. We're getting a little echo tonight. Consiglieti, that's good. And we'll tell NFE when we get on to do the same thing. What do we think of the playoff rotation? Would be assuming call. Well, it's a good question. Probably Cole, Rodon, Schmidt, Stroman, Schmidt, and either Cortez or Hill. I mean, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to take Hill out of it. It's gonna be hard to take Hill out of the rotation right now. What do you think, Mazza?
I think it's almost impossible to take Hill out of the rotation. He has been so good this year. The one thing that the difference between him and Cortez is that Cortez and him have been good at home, but Cortez has been inconsistent on the road, and Hill has not. Hill has been amazing on the road. He has come up big. In road games, I mean, this is a kid who's coming off Tommy John, throwing absolute gas, and making the good teams look bad. And taking him out would be the mistake because he's been pitching so good. He has the confidence. He's pitching with poise of a 15-year veteran, it looks like, even though we know he hasn't been in the league that long. And it's fun to watch him, and he really has the ability to do that and do well.
Hey, man, we got my man NFE on in town too from Strike Zone. What's good, brother? Just as a heads up, bro, good to have you on. We're having a little echo issue. So whoever's we're muting ourselves when someone's talking just to make sure there's no echo going on. So I don't know where it's coming from. My apologies, gang. But thank you so much, Texas Buckeye, for the super chat. What's your take on the rotation, NFE? How do you think it's going to pan out come playoff time?
Man, playoff time? We're already talking playoffs, huh? So it's got to be Cole, Rodon. You got to have Hill in there. You have to have Luis Hill in there. So I'd say, yeah, Cole, Rodon, Hill, Schmidt, Nestor. Or, sorry, Schmidt, Stroman.
And Nestor to the pen.
I mean, that's what I would do. But there's people out there that think that Hill is going to be the one going to the bullpen because supposedly he's on an innings limit and they don't want the risk of his elbow or whatever getting injured or hurt because he hasn't pitched a lot of innings in the last few years. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, Matt Blake said he's not on innings limit, so I think Nestor Cortez is probably a better fit for the long relief.
Yeah.
On him with Luke Weaver, we have a bunch of reliable guys in long relief. So if you haven't heard, John Birdie got hurt.
Yeah. I just don't understand how you take Hill out of the rotation. It's just like the guy's been lights out. He's been the best starter in that rotation. You don't put him. You definitely don't put Schmidt either. He's been the second best so far. You know what I mean? Like, how do you take either one of those guys out of the rotation?
Hey, NFP, did you hear what Jason read earlier about John Means, that surgery is on the table and it happens to be Tommy John surgery again?
I mean, it sucks, but what are you going to do?
It's insanity, though, that on how many Tommy John surgeries there have been.
Yeah, well, other teams fan base are feeling the effects now of these injuries. It's kind of like what the Yankees have been going through, what they went through last season. So other teams are kind of feeling the pinch right now. I mean, although, right now Nick Birdie is back on the 15-day IL with the hip inflammation. So it's cool that they called up Yoandris Gomez. So it gives us an opportunity to see him pitch.
Yeah, today's a terrible day for anybody whose last name is Birdie.
Oh. Yeah, no doubt. My goodness, man.
Both of them going down.
Yeah.
Robert has a question for us. What's your opinion on the difference between Rizzo's productivity compared to length of last? Well, he got that he collided with Fernando Tatis and had a concussion for more than the second half of the year, so that obviously sapped his productivity. But I have noticed he struggles when righty pitchers throw him inside and low and inside. He struggles. He misses it pretty much all the time. So, and he is getting older, so I think he's got to make some more adjustments. But I think we're going to get what we can get from him right now. I mean, he's a step back defensively, but I don't think they're going to exercise his team option next year. What do you guys think?
Honestly, the only scenario I could see him coming back is if Judge has a voice in this, because he is. I mean, him and Rizzo have an excellent chemistry together, and I know he looks at Rizzo as a mentor. But if the Yankees don't exercise his option, I wouldn't be surprised. And it's one of those things. If especially when you're trying to sign, Juan Soto, right? And with Hal's recent comments, which I know a lot of people blew that out of proportion for absolutely no reason. I don't. Yeah, I don't know how. Again, I would love to see Rizzo back, but I don't see it. Like, just same way I don't see Gleyber Torres, same way I don't see Alex Verdugo.
Yeah, I agree. As for the Hal Steinbrenner comments being blown out of proportion, Jason, I saw your video on that. Hal's, it's funny because Hal said those comments for a reason. There's a reason why he says what he says. And it's because he's not going to show his hand, because that would be bad for business. That's like if the three of us, right, were in negotiations for something, for whatever it may be. And then one of us says, here's my entire hand. Now you're laying all your cards on the table. That's bad for business. He doesn't want to hurt his strategy. And by saying something like that, it actually enhances and makes his strategy stronger. So for whatever reason people blew it out of proportion is beyond me, but it's not something they should have blown out of proportion. Let them do what they're doing. Let them work their magic, because there's no reason why Hal Steinbrenner and Brian Cashman would have traded 5 pieces that could have been part of this team's future for a guy in Juan Soto for 1 year if they had no intention of re-signing him.
And gang, this isn't the first time that Hal Steinbrenner said this. He said this about half a dozen times already this year, that a payroll this level is unsustainable. Like, he said it repeatedly. So, and I said this yesterday, and like it goes in one ear out the other. So many folks, and people are leaving out a lot of information, and it changes the whole narrative from in a way that gets people outraged, or for no reason. And I understand. Some channels like to do that. Some people like to do that. I get it, but like, this is nothing that Hal hasn't told us already. And he's already, the thing what's most uncharacteristic for me is that he publicly said he wanted to bring Soto back. He never says stuff like that, but he said it about Soto. So, and I thank you for saying it. So, and I agree with you guys. Like, the guys that are here now, Gleyber Torres can be replaced by a kid, one of the prospects, and save 10 million, 15 million bucks. Anthony Rizzo could be replaced by one of the prospects who saved 20 million bucks. Alex Verdugo, he's good, but chances are he's probably going to be replaced by Jason Dominguez, right? So, but Hal's going to be doing things that fans are asking him to do, right? Like, fans are asking for these things. They're begging them to play the kids. Well, this is the first time in a long time they're in a position to replace some of these expensive prospects with highly touted prospects, highly touted kids. They replace these expensive contracts, with some highly touted prospects. And chances are they're going to do that. And the benefit of having DJ here and Oswaldo Cabrera and some of these other guys means you don't have to throw the kids to the wolves right away. You can ease them into their positions in the majors, right, and still give them a chance to play. What's your take, guys?
So I agree with that. Hal's never ever come out and said we're going to do this and this. Hal's never done that. The fact that he said we are going to do whatever it takes to re-sign Soto, right there, you should tell everybody and put every other team on alert that if you're going to try to get him, you better be prepared to bring that cash out and have a bidding war, because that's what it's going to take. And more than likely, you're probably going to lose that, because we're going to hand him what we want and what he wants, because we want him back. He's never done that before. Now, has he spent money before? Oh, 100%. But he's never gone to the lengths of saying that we are open to contract extensions with our star player during the regular season. That's not something he does. And that, to me, is a sign of Hal saying, I am serious about this, and if anybody wants to try me on it, let them.
What do you think? What do you think, NFA?
Yeah, as far as Hal's comments goes, I don't know why anybody is surprised. And you don't need to have a $300 million payroll to win a championship. And that's been proven over the years. Other teams have won a World Series without having to go, without their payroll being all, skyrocketing. So I'm not surprised by what Hal said. Hal is basically saying we're going to do what we need to do, but we're also going to lower our payroll. And here's an opportunity, right? Like you said, Jason, for the Yankees to call up some of their young talent, like the fans have been asking for, right? So, okay, for some of the fans, make up your minds. Do you want them to go spend a boatload of money like they have been over the last 15 years and been spending billions of dollars signing players and have nothing to show for it? And if these guys not working out, or do you want them to utilize the talent that they have? So, again, make up your minds. What do you all want? Because it seems like, one day you're saying play the youth, play the young guys. Next minute you're saying, well, how come they're not signing a $19 million closer? So what do you people want? All right. It's like, what do some of you fans want? So look, I think they're going to call up some of their young guys come next season. I think Dominguez is going to be a lock in left field, right? First base, let's just assume that Rizzo's gone. I know I've seen a couple of comments. I saw a comment from Ken saying that they could exercise his option or restructure his contract to like a 2-year deal or something. I mean, that could be a possibility. Who knows? But if they don't bring him back, I mean, they could put TJ Rumfield there. He's one option. He's been playing pretty well. Ben Rice is another name that's mentioned a lot, and he's been killing it down there in the minors. So, the Yankees are not they're not stuck. They have an unlimited amount of options. So, and as far as the infield goes, yeah, they got so many infielders that they don't even know what to do with. So, we'll see what happens. And when Torres leaves, maybe they call up Yorbit Vivas, or who knows? Maybe they sign. Maybe they call back up Oswald Peraza. Who knows? I mean, I know a lot of us think that guys like Peraza are probably going to get traded, but at this point, I mean, who knows what the Yankees are going to do? I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. But the Yankees have options, so it could be just Hal saying, you know what, we're going to spend. He made it known that they're gonna do everything they can to sign Juan Soto back. He wants him to be a Yankee for the rest of his career. And then as far as him saying, I'm not going to sign any more, we're going to we can't sustain this kind of payroll. No owner can. Let's face it, it's not just Hal. That's all owners. Doesn't matter if it's, they can't. It's impossible. So, and we've talked about this, Jason, with the expenses and the revenue and whatnot with this team. And I know you had Bobby Malone on your show. So, and you all broke it down line by line. I mean, people have no idea what kind of money this team spends. So, and they don't know the difference. And a lot of fans don't know the difference between revenue and profits. Clearly, they don't. They have zero clue about any of that. So, I think and Hal said it before too, that he wants to utilize some of the minor league players. He wants to start bringing up some of the young guys. So he wants to build from within too. So,
hey,
sorry
Jason,
for the long rant. Just
No, you're good. Two things. One, we have something on John Birdie. With the expectation that John Birdie will be placed on the IL, the Yankees are likely to recall Kevin Smith. He's been added to the 40-man roster, and it will only be for one game, it sounds like. That was broken by Jack Curry on X. Second thing, I am going to dip out. I have a big day tomorrow, but I thank you all for tuning in tonight. And Jason, thank you for having me. As always, NFE, good to see you.
likewise, man.
Remember, on the 28th, NFE and I will be debuting our brand new show, Kick Rocks and Get Bent. And tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I liked it. I will be debuting my new show, The Perfect Game Pipeline. So that will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard, and Get Bent and Kick Rocks will also kick off at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the chat tomorrow. If not, I thank you all for who have supported me. Jason, thank you as always, and I will catch you all later.
Drive safe, brother. Always a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Drive safe, man.
Yeah. See you later, bro.
I don't know, man. Like Kevin Smith. I mean, this is the benefit of having a veteran like DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah, I got the whole tweet here. I don't know if you saw it from Jack Curry.
Go ahead. I mean that, man.
He says, with the expectation that John Birdie will be placed on the IL, the Yankees are likely to recall Kevin Smith. He will have to be added to the 40-man roster. It will probably only be for 2 games. The Yankees want Oswaldo Peraza to play, to continue to play every day.
Oswald Peraza. Okay.
Yeah.
That means they want to continue. Yeah, they want to continue rehabbing him and either get him up here or trade him. Those are the only options for him.
Yeah.
If you want him to play every day, that's what has to happen.
So yeah, that's the story. And real quick too, Jason, next week I have 3 players set up for interview.
Nice.
Former players. Yeah, Nitin Ramachandra over there from the NR Sports Hour show. He's been working his tail off with his team. So 3 former players. I'm looking forward to that. So,
gang, if you guys haven't subscribed to the Strike Zone, please do. We don't want to miss this type of stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm 15 away from 600. So
15 away from 600 subscribers, man. We want to get them over that 600 threshold. We do, man. That's fantastic, dude. That's fantastic, man. I talked about I was talking earlier with Maz. I invited Andy Martino on. He's writing that book, The Yankee Way, and it just came out. Well, he wrote that book, and it's about the Brian Cashman era. And there's a lot of stuff in there that he's clearing up a lot of stuff. And there's a general manager, Billy Beane, the guy that did the movie Moneyball about. He said in this book, and I'm reading it now, that Brian Cashman's the greatest GM in history of sports, which is going to drive people crazy.
That's going to drive a lot of people nuts.
Crazy. And I'm sure it's going to be, people are going to have their own opinions on it, but he is a very well-respected GM in baseball. He turned the A's around. Like, he changed it. Moneyball was made because of him. Like, that's props, man. Mad respect to him for that. And he's giving Cashman his due. Was Cashman perfect? No, but he's got a lot more, good than he's got bad. That's for darn sure.
Yeah. I've had my criticisms about Cashman. There's been times where he's made mistakes. Absolutely. I mean, but what GM hasn't? And people want to. Now people are giving Cashman his flowers this year because they can't deny the fact that he's made some good moves this offseason, and we all know that. And Cashman, people. It's funny, man, because some people like to say about Cashman, like, oh, well, he, they go back to like the last 10 or 15 years because there's one channel that did that, and they want to pinpoint every little move that he did and what he should have done, I'm like, listen, let's go. Why don't we go back to the 80s and go revisit those miserable years, and let's see what the Yankees did do and didn't do. And, criticize the 1980s Yankees while we're at it,
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Chris, if DJ has complications upon returning, can we see the Yankees bringing up Oswald Peraza to play third base? If he's ready, I could see that. If he's going to play regularly, I mean, I could see it. But at the end of the day, like NFP said too, they want to play him regularly. They want him to play no matter where he's at, get regular playing time, because that's how his bat's going to catch up to his glove. So, and his glove is next level. So, Joe Brown saying Moneyball 2, a Brian Cashman story starring Jeff Ross. All right, cool. But we have Oswaldo, who's another one, and his versatility is he plays infield and outfield. So you have another outfield option there. You have another infield option. If you bring a Peraza, then you could play. I mean, it makes it a little bit complicated because Torres is heating up now, his bat. So you can play Oswaldo around. He can be a rover just like DJ. You know, you can give Rizzo a day off at first base and either play DJ or Peraza. I mean, it'll make it a little bit more complicated, but at the end, like we don't want to block Peraza. We also don't want to block Oswaldo Cabrera either. So, I mean, that's the key. I mean,
Yeah.
my guess right now is that Peraza will stay at AAA unless Torres gets hurt or somebody like that gets hurt, and then it would increase the need for him. I think.
I could see that. Yeah,
Mark, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, the other thing about Cashman, he wasn't lying about what he said in the offseason when he was asked about the team. When he said, "Yeah, I think we're effing pretty good team."
Yeah.
So like he chewed out those reporters, and I know some content creators didn't really appreciate the way he approached. I'm like, you know what? If those reporters are always trying to catch him to slip, or they're trying to get under his skin, he told those guys what's up. So
yeah, it's amazing how people trash him for doing the same thing that they do.
Right.
Like they're trashing him on their channels, and then he's just responding aggressively to questions, and they're basically pounding him for that. Like he's defending his team, he's defending his moves.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why these GMs love him. It's the reason why they say what they said about him. Speaking of the matchups tomorrow, it's Marcus Stroman versus Dylan Cease.
It's gonna be a fun matchup.
Yep. Tomorrow night, 9:40 p.m.
I honestly expected Yu Darvish to pitch better. Honestly, man. I mean, I'm not, because I'm saying he's a good pitch. I think he's a good pitcher.
Yes.
But the Yankees totally just tore him apart, man. I mean, my God. Tomorrow's matchup is going to be a good one. Dylan Cease and Marcus Stroman. I think Stroman can hold his own against the Padres. I think it's going to be a pitcher's duel, honestly.
I hope they jump on Cease early.
I hope so too, because I don't know. I really feel like Cease hasn't really been challenged, really, like against, I feel like the Yankees are a big, they're obviously going to be a big challenge for Dylan Cease.
Yeah, they will be. And, luckily, the Padres are missing Xander Bogaerts back now. He's going to be out for a few months with his shoulder, I think. So, but we still have to deal with Luis Arias, Manny Machado. We have to deal with Fernando Tatis.
Mm-hmm.
Not a cakewalk by any
stretch. No, their lineup is really good. I mean, I'm surprised tonight they weren't really alive. I mean,
can't believe they were shut out. I can't believe they were shut out.
Yeah, they shut him out. It was 7-0, man. And Rodon, granted, Rodon he pitched 6 solid innings. He had 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. I expected his strikeouts to be more, but whatever, it happens, But I'll take the 6-7 inning performance from him.
True.
Yeah.
Well, true. Agent Bill Stoll saying, interesting enough, I saw Waldichuk. Yeah, he's hurt. They have Tommy John Waldichuk, I think. So not every guy Cashman trades away Tyler doesn't always work. Excel. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he traded JP Sears, and Waldichuk, and neither one of them is pitching extremely well. So, obviously the return of Montez wasn't what we liked, but he didn't trade away any blue chippers for him. So thankfully that kind of wiped itself out on both sides.
And Cashman also makes some pretty slick trades too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, though Joey Gallo for Clayton Beeter, I'm like, that's a steal.
Yeah, man. I would like when they got Clay Holmes, that was considered a dumpster dive. He had like a 5.80 ERA in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And that was over here. He's one of the best relievers in baseball now.
Or when the Yankees re-signed, when they signed Luke Weaver, people were just, that's not a World Series move. I'm like, yeah, are you sure about that? Because not every signing has to be a big name or a flashy name. And I see Ken's comment here. He says, I called a shutout on your channel earlier this evening. Yes, you did, Ken. Yes, you did. And I also want to point out Austin Wells went 2 for 4 Our boy got 2 hits there, Ken.
Well done. Well done.
I give Ken a hard time about Austin Wells because he could be a little critical of Austin Wells. That's why I'm kind of giving it to him just a little bit,
Is it the stash, Ken? He's got that Tom Selleck thing going on.
Yeah, no, it's just the when he throws the ball into center field to Aaron Judge when he's trying to throw a batter out. But I gotta give my man Ken a hard time. Yeah, and Ken is the man, no doubt. Ken is the man. I love having Ken.
Yeah, Ken's a man, dude. I appreciate you coming on here, spending some time on this channel too, man. I thank you so much. Yeah, Yoendris Gomez, man. Gomez was money tonight. It's good to see, and giving them young kids a chance, right? And hopefully they'll do it more often. Hopefully we will see Will Warren, and I think now he's surpassed the deadline now to get an extra year of service time with the Yankees. So I don't be surprised if Will Warren comes up at some point. Chase Hampton plays Clayton Beater, like these guys. Don't be surprised.
Well, Chase Hampton right now he's recovering.
He is about to start rehab. So, but thankfully, Tommy John. Thankfully,
yeah, that's what I was afraid of. That he was, that he was going to get Tommy John. But thank God he didn't, man.
Yeah, and we're getting lucky in certain regards here too. So, and
I'm trying to get him on a show.
Hampton,
yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I had him on. Nathan and I had him on a while, like last year. We had him on. We had Will Warren. We had.
I remember Will Warren.
Yeah, we had Tyler Hardman. We had Jared Cerna. A bunch of Yankees prospects. So we're still working on trying to get some more on there. So
yeah, he's got me set up with Greg Golson. I don't know if you remember who he was. He played for the Yankees. And then there was a former MLB player. He played for the Blue for a couple of teams. His name is Luis Lopez.
Sounds familiar too.
Yeah, and then he set me up with one more name. I'm gonna get that name right now. What's his name?
Stephen B. saying, "Is Beater hurt? Clayton Beater?"
Yeah, Clayton Beater has a shoulder injury. Yeah,
right.
He's I think he's like on a 7-day IL. I want to say.
Okay, that's all right. Thankfully, it's nothing. 7-day I can deal with.
Yeah. Oh, Juan Rincon is the other guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have him on Tuesday morning. So.
Nice, man. Ken saying Gilson was a third baseman. Look at the resource over here, Ken. You're like Yoda, dude.
Yeah.
Bring out the knowledge, man.
Yeah.
Knowledge bombs. Love it. I love it.
Ken's been a fan for a long time, man. This man spits out a lot of baseball facts.
Yeah. I keep bringing them, man. We get better. We learn from you, man. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. Always.
Jimmy Dominguez is coming along with his rehab. It's running pretty smooth right now. Thankfully, he's been bumped up to Double-A, and that's where he's at now. So I'm guessing he'll be. The Yankees have 30 days to decide where he's going to play. So when a rehab starts, the team has 30 days to decide after the rehab where's he going to go. And my guess is it's going to be in Triple-A because he doesn't have a spot in the major leagues right now, unfortunately. But I could see him being a September call-up, just like I can see probably Spencer Jones as a September call-up and some of these other folks. Just like they did last year. They had who did they call up last year? They had Wells, Dominguez.
Yep. Pereira, Everson Pereira.
Press those three. I mean, I think this year it could be Dominguez, could be Spencer Jones, and
Did they call up Yoendris Gomez there for a little bit too? Or am I imagining things?
I think he's been up. I think he's been up once before. I think he might have been up this year too. He's got another like good arm. So, another nice, right-handed pitcher here for the Yankees. So good. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, Cashman. Like keep drafting and keep getting these people developing and keep doing your thing, bro. Seriously. He was
Oh,
too.
yeah, Yorbert Vivas. I mean, from the Dodgers. Yeah, that was that was a good pickup. That was a good trade. And the thing is, Cashman, like I said, he over the last few years, he's been with these trades. He's pulled off some pretty sneaky good trades, and they've done a really good job of drafting players. And now they got a bunch of young talent down there, and in the minors. Like there's a lot of promising talent. I'm just curious to see who's gonna get a shot with the Yankees here in the next like 5 years, and who are they going to let go? Because man, they got a lot of options, man. It's insane. They might start building a dynasty from within again, kind of
Yep.
like they did in the '90s.
They got crazy catching depth, crazy infield depth, crazy pitching depth. Like
Yeah, they are lacking a little bit at first base.
first base. Yep.
Third base. I mean, they got some options at third base.
Run field. You got Tyler Hardman, who's coming back too from running an ankle surgery.
There's Durbin.
Second base.
He's second base. Okay,
Yeah,
but I'm wondering, can he play third?
Probably.
Does he have an arm for it?
That I don't know. I don't think so, which I think is why your profile is better at second. But he's also big. He's like a stolen base machine too. So
I'll take that.
Yeah. So yeah, he definitely has an intriguing skill set. Jimmy, where do we rank in farm systems? We're in the top 10 farms, Jimmy. Yankees are in the top 10.
They're in the top 10. Number one is Baltimore.
Baltimore's one.
Yeah.
And then you have 4 teams, I think, from the NL Central: Cincinnati, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and I think Milwaukee. I think that's 2, 3, 4, 5. If I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere around there. But Baltimore's, clearly number one.
Yeah. I mean, Baltimore, those guys, they have a factory, man. It's just, those guys, they're a team to watch out for still,
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be good. They're not going anywhere.
True. Ken's got the bold take here. I was betting man, I've been the next 5 years that either Dominguez or Jones gets moved. Ooh.
That's a bold take.
That's a take right there.
Well, there are a lot of people. There's been a debate about this too, Ken, amongst some of the fans, because some people think that Dominguez gets moved. Other people think that Jones gets moved. They say that Jones ranks higher than Dominguez. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
I feel like he's definitely more effective in the outfield than Dominguez is. I'm not saying Dominguez is bad, but when it comes to the bat, I mean, God, like Jones is something else. I know he's struggling right now, but I hear he's trying to make some adjustments to his batting. So,
but he's got Aaron Judge power and Ellie De La Cruz speed, and he's 6'7".
That's insane.
It's like a freak of nature. So, and to me, I think Jason Dominguez is a smaller version of Spencer Jones. The same power, the same contact, the same speed, the same elite defense. But Spencer Jones is rated higher. It's like an 80-point scale. Spencer Jones rates out at like 65. And if you look at some of the top prospects, like the top 10 prospects in majors, they grade out 65, 70. Spencer Jones is in line with a lot of those guys in the top 10, top 15.
Mm-hmm.
Dominguez rates out at 60. So just 5 points below Spencer Jones, but still top of the line rating. So that's, I saw. I didn't see that. Did Jackson move down to the number one prospect?
I saw that.
Pirates pitcher got moved to the number one. Who?
Paul Skeens probably. That would be my guess. But yeah, Holiday got moved out of the number one spot, prospect spot. Yes, that is true.
Well, he's been sent down twice already. We got some Consigliere's got some news here. According to Boone, DJ goes to third base.
Not surprised.
Are you calling up DJ? Are they going to activate him?
Yeah, Ken is talking about Skeens.
I mean,
he's been lights out, man. Skeens has been awesome.
He's ridiculous.
So according to Boone, DJ goes to third base, but in the Angels series because they said that he was going to come back on Tuesday. What's
Let's
this?
see. So I'm going to see if we get any news here. Not seeing any. Are you seeing anything on your end? I'm not seeing anything yet in terms of DJ news, but I wouldn't be surprised, Consigliani. I would not be surprised. Yeah.
I mean, he should, like I say, he should be back for the Angels series. That's what Boone had said.
Well, yeah, it says here too. John Brady suffered a calf injury in tonight's ninth inning. Aaron Boone says the Yankees will likely call up an infielder this weekend rather than activate DJ LeMahieu. But they did say Kevin Smith for 2 days, so maybe it's for the rest of the Padres series before they go to San Francisco to play the Giants. And maybe DJ will be activated for the Giants series.
No, DJ should be activated for the Angels series on Tuesday.
So Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what Boone said.
Do they get the Angels after the Padres?
Let me check it. That's what the schedule should be. Hold on.
Don't they get the Giants too?
They get the Giants. Yeah, they get the Giants as well, but I think the Giants are next week. Yeah, check this out, Jason. They have a 3-game set against the Padres. They're off on Memorial Day. And then they have after Memorial Day, starting on Tuesday, they have a 3-game set against the Angels. Then they travel to San Francisco for a 3-game set.
Okay. So it's Angels and then the Giants. Okay. Caleb Durbin just got put on the IL according to Ken.
That's right. Yeah, I did hear about that. They're not going to call up Durbin. I mean, not now.
Yeah.
So
Look at this one. Chapman blew a save for Pittsburgh. He won 3 in a row. Damn.
Well, it sounds like it wasn't a big loss for the Yankees to let him.
Yeah, back to his old. He still throws 103, but he walks way too many guys. He has trouble with his command, man, with his control.
Yeah. And Jason, in 2 weeks, the Yankees are going to be hosting the Dodgers.
Is it the 5th, 6th, and 7th in June?
7th, 8th, 9th.
7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yeah, so 2 weeks.
Shoot.
That's gonna be that's gonna be fun, man.
Bloodbath.
Oh, dude.
In the Bronx. Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's funny. People talk about Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani. I'm just like, I still would much rather have Judge and Soto. Give me that all day.
Yeah, Judge and Soto. Yeah, and I don't care if first of all, Ohtani's not even going to be pitching, but we always light Ohtani up when he pitches against the Yankees.
Yeah.
I hope they light up Yamamoto.
I do too.
I hope so. I hope they get I don't even know if he's going to pitch, but I hope he does. I hope they light him up.
Yeah. When Soto's going up to bat, I want to see 10 million Soto shuffles.
I'll take Soto, Judge, and Stanton over Mookie, Ohtani, and Freeman. So I'll take that. It's going to be a good series either way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be jam packed. That game, every game's going to be sold out. And,
you know what's hilarious? There was this girl that goes. You know how I talk to you about the Twitter Spaces.
Mm-hmm. There's
this girl who's from LA, but she's a Yankees fan. She can't stand it. She has friends that are like Dodgers fans, and she like says that these fans are fake because she would like test them on the Dodgers and something I forget what, but she would like test them on that. It's like they have no clue about what she's asking, and I'm just like that's hilarious. I'm like, well, good for you, girl. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
Put him on a spot, man. Yeah, put him on a spot, man. That's show him how it's done.
Yeah, but she thinks Dodgers fans are they're not real fans, I guess, or like they're like fake fans. I forget what she said, but she wasn't really very kind about Dodgers fans. I'll say that much.
Oh boy.
And she's from LA. Like that's the crazy part.
There's a lot of fights in Dodger Stadium too. I always see on the news like this, fights with other teams' fans and
with each other.
Yeah, when it's with each other, people getting jumped in the bleachers. It's like it's crazy.
They're idiots.
Yeah, I mean it's just
I don't understand. It's like you spend like hundreds of dollars on tickets, and then you just go out there to make yourself look like a fool.
mhm.
And then when
Yep.
you all are fighting at the stadium, it's like I'm like, you think these players care about you idiots fighting? Like they're making their millions of dollars, and they're pointing and laughing at you actually, because that's what I would do. I'd be
Yep.
like, I was like, I'm making my millions. I'm laughing my way to the bank, and you idiots out here are fighting. Like, way to go, morons. Sorry, a little too much. I know.
It's look, a buddy guy, a guy that I teach martial arts with. He's part of the security force for the Eagles, Philadelphia
Uh-huh.
Eagles. And there's like the Gestapo there. If
Oh,
there's a fight in the stands, they call these guys, and these guys are all ex special forces, this and that. They're all high level martial artists, like, and you get these guys with the black coats, and they'll just come and like, you're done, dude. You're done if the Gestapo gets called over there. You got the regular security with the yellow jackets, and then you got the Gestapo with the black jackets, and he's a black jacket, and those
man.
guys do not want to be intercepting fights. And there's like drunk football fans fighting with Giants Eagles and Cowboys Eagles, like it's always. So
Man, I
that's
need a job like that. Shoot.
I'm telling you, man. And they did so, James. They used to in the last stadium. They had a jail inside the stadium. I don't remember the name of the stadiums. It was before it was Lincoln Financial. They had a jail in the stadium, and they have a judge lock people up after they fight and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know if it's in the new stadium, but I know they had it in the old stadium, which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy. So, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't think they'll ever have one of those in Yankee Stadium. There's no way, man. But it's yeah, man. Eh, I think they got three against Padres. They have three against
The Angels.
the Angels and three against the Giants, or four.
3.
Three. So the 9 games. I think the Yankees could probably go 6-3 in this series.
Oh, potentially. I think look, I wouldn't I'm not trying to be negative, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got 1-2 out of 3 in San Diego.
Yeah.
They should be able to sweep the Angels. Should be able to, but you never know. The Giants, that one I could also see 2 out of 3 as well.
Yeah, Giants are actually pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
they-
they're not bad. I mean, what's the? I'm gonna pull up the standings right now because they're all.
I know they
Um,
lost. They lost Jung Hoo Lee.
Yeah, they lost Jung Hoo Lee. What's that pitcher's name?
Blake Snell.
Thank you. Yeah, what is he back?
I don't know.
Yeah.
26-26. They're 500 right now. The Giants.
Okay. Yeah, and the Angels are in last place.
Are they?
Yeah, they're in last place in their division. They're
Okay.
20-31.
20-31. Okay.
Yeah. Diamondback. Yeah, the Giants. I see that they're 26-26. So, I mean, I don't know. Can you imagine if the Yankees went on like a West Coast winning streak? I mean, how nuts would that be?
Oh, let's just say they go 6-3, right?
Yeah.
Based on the standings right now, they're 36-17. So let's say they started at 35-17. They go 6-3. They'd be 41-20. I'll take 21 games, 500. I'll take that.
I'm not complaining about 21 games over 500.
No. Let me check and see if Blake Snell's still hurt.
Stephen B is saying he's still hurt from what he remembers, but
taking a look here. Now they placed him on the paternity list yesterday.
interesting.
Anticipate his return in time for next start. I don't know when that is, but
Yeah.
it's like he's off the IL, but now he's on the paternity. He's on the PL now. So I don't know if they'll face him or not.
Yeah. And Ken is saying here, never take any team for granted. Everyone plays the Yankees hard. Look at the A's. I mean, the A's played the Orioles hard too, and they beat the Orioles 2 out of 3. I mean, I guess the A's are better than what was advertised.
White Sox played the Yankees hard too.
They did.
Yeah,
They did. Yeah.
that's what it is. I mean, and James, I'll take if they went 9-0, I'll love that. I think everybody would love that. Yep. Yeah, Steve. If there was a jail, it'd be under Yankee Stadium. Yeah, it's true. That's true. Well, I will wrap this up in a minute, gang.
Yeah.
There's
You're
going
good.
on.
You're good.
So let me see. Yamamoto pitches Sunday against the Reds, and then next Saturday against Colorado. He would be scheduled to pitch Friday, June 7th against the Yankees on Apple TV. Robert.
I wonder what time that game against the Colorado. I'm gonna check that actually, because I'd like. I mean, I'd only go to that game just to see him.
Are they going to be in Colorado?
Against that's what I'm gonna check right now. Because if it's in the evening, I'm not going because I am not missing Dustin Poirier and Islam Makhachev. I am not missing that, and nobody gets in the way of me and my fights.
Yeah, man. That's right.
Oh, no, they're going to be playing in LA. Never mind.
Okay.
And it's an evening game, so yeah, I'll be I'll definitely be watching UFC 303, I believe, or 302.
And Marek, it's a great point too, man. I don't hear much Stanton talk. I don't hear much Stanton talk, right? I don't hear much Gleyber Torres talk either now. Nowadays, bats heating up.
Yeah, I retweet when Stanton hits a home run. The Yankees X account puts out that short video, right? Whenever these guys get a hit or score a run or whatever, and with the Stanton ones, I'm just obviously my sarcasm kind of shines. I'm like DFA this guy now, because before the season even began, it was just there was already talks of DFAing and benching him and trade him to get him to waive his no trade clause. I'm like,
I remember a lot of fans were saying the Yankees weren't going to be were either going to be a fourth place team or a last place team. Got a lot of that. Season.
My thing with Stanton, and I've said this before. Look, if the guy is on a major slump and we're in June, July or so, then okay, maybe some decisions have to be made. If he was in this major slump, but he's not.
Yep.
He's playing better than expected, and I kept voicing him slimming down is going to do him wonders, and it has. And nobody really wanted to listen to that. I'm like, guys, you have no idea what slimming down does for an athlete, especially at his size. My goodness.
Yeah, and he didn't lose any power.
No, just because you could still lose weight, get smaller, and still maintain power, man. It's just a matter of how you take care of your body.
Yep, and he's done a good job. I mean,
yeah,
he's done good. He looks lean. He looks fit. I mean, and he's a huge guy, 6'7". He's huge. So I'm happy to see him. I'm happy to see him doing what he's doing, man.
Yeah, and there's
Last year in the Navy, I spent 90% of my time in San Diego. Went over 50 games at Petco Stadium. Petco is really cool. My wife and I stayed at the Omni Hotel, which is connected to Petco.
Okay.
And we did a tour of the dugout and the field at Petco while we were there. We road trip to California, and while we were checking into the Omni, Dave Winfield was checking into the Omni. We met Dave Winfield in the lobby.
No way.
Pretty cool. And he's right, Ken. I mean, it's a pretty stadium. The dugout's pretty low key, but how often do you get to go into an MLB dugout, like a locker room and all that stuff?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were in the locker rooms. We were in the dugout. We sat in the dugout. We got on the field and ran the field. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I did see the Padres stadium from the outside when I visited San Diego.
It's nice.
It looked nice. I actually enjoyed. I did enjoy San Diego. That's actually a pretty city.
It's a great city. My wife and I went to Nobu there. We like sushi. We did Nobu in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
At Buckeye stayed at the Hilton next door. Nice at Buckeye. Nice. Did you go to Petco, Buckeye? They have great food in San Diego. A lot of the street vendors. There's fantastic food there.
Yeah, when I was in LA, they had all those food trucks. They
Yeah.
like took over this parking lot, and there was like these different food trucks, and I'm like, dang, dude, and I definitely picked up some food from there. I was like, yeah, this is some good stuff right here.
Yeah.
You guys are doing it. You guys are doing it right.
Yeah, doing
with-
crepes, like all kinds of really cool stuff. Like, oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Joe, Nobu sushi play. Yep, Nobu is a place that originated in New York. It's co-owned by Robert De Niro, and we've been to both venues in New York, and we've been to the one in London, England, and we went to the one in San Diego. I don't know if we've been to any other Nobus.
Yeah,
But-
Ken, the best Mexican food, absolutely. In
You know,
Cali,
San Diego, yeah.
well, Cali in general, man. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah, Mexican
fantastic.
food. Oh,
Fantastic.
mm-hmm.
Buckeye went a few years ago. Nice. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, Joe, if you like sushi, Nobu's pricey, but it's probably the best sushi you'll ever have. And try their spider roll. Their spider roll is incredible. Soft shell crab. Oh my goodness gracious. My goodness. My wife and I got like 3 orders of it. And we just like, another spider roll, another spider roll, another spider roll. We just liked it. And we didn't get anything else except spider rolls. Which is great. But yeah, if not for those 2 against Seattle, Toronto would be 13.5 back, which is completely. What is Toronto now? How far back are the Blue Jays?
Let's see. Hold on. I got you. They're 11.5 games back.
Holy moly. How about the Red Sox?
The Red Sox are 9 games back.
My gosh, where are the Rays?
10.5.
Oof.
Yeah. Those teams are not doing well. The Orioles are 3 games back right now.
Yeah, we need to keep that gap if we can. Maybe we'll hopefully stretch it whenever we get the opportunity to against the Orioles.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna. I think they're playing the what do you call it? The Orioles here next month. I want to say.
Yankees.
Yeah,
In Yankee
mid-June.
Stadium. In
In
Yankee
Yankee Stadium. Yeah, I'm checking the schedule right now. Yeah, mid-June. So
Do they go back to Camden at any point in time? Yankees?
let's
This
see.
year?
So I would assume so. Actually, to answer your question, yes, they do. So the in June, from June 18th to the 20th, the Orioles are going to go visit Yankee Stadium, and then the Yankees are going to go back to Camden Yards from the 12th through the 14th
Of July?
of July. That is correct.
Okay.
So, and whoa, that July 14th game, that's gonna be an early one. Oh, I get why, because of the All-Star break. Okay.
Okay.
Because that one is gonna be July 14th, which is gonna be in Camden Yards. That's a 11:35 game.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so that's super early.
Wow. Camden's another cool stadium. Old school, but it's pretty cool, and the food's good there too. We went there to a game a couple years ago, Yankees Orioles. One of the I don't know, was it Chad Green or threw my wife a ball.
Oh no way.
Yeah, she caught a ball. I think it was Chad Green. Chad Green or yeah, I'm almost positive it was Chad Green. Tossed my wife a ball. Which was kind of cool. So it's pretty cool. But thank you. I want to thank you all for coming on. I mean, we've been on it for a little while, about an hour and a half now. And it's late, so I'm gonna let you all go to bed. And if you want to thank you so much for coming on too, bro.
Thank you for the invite, man. As always.
You're always welcome on. I'm gonna try to go late. I'm gonna try to go live as many times as I can in these late West Coast games. But they're late, so sometimes I'll get fried. It really depends on what I'm doing the following morning. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I was like, I wonder if Jason's gonna go live, because I thought about maybe going live after the game, because it's still like I don't want to say it's early, but I'm definitely earlier than most of the folks that are probably in this live stream. But it's good to see people in the live stream though right now, because I know there's a lot of East Coast folks in this live stream. So, you know, I want to try and I want to, you know, if I happen to go live and you don't, dude, I'll you know, we'll talk, bro. Because anytime you go live, I'll tune in. So I'm gonna jump in.
Yeah, and folks, please make sure you subscribe to Strike Zone.
Thank
Let's
you.
go over that 600 threshold. We want to continue getting them up there. So and great content. But, you know, he's a member of the family, man. So let's show him some love and support, man. Family first. Oh, exactly, Buckeye. You know, I got I'm gonna be up early in the morning with the girls. They'll be jumping on my face and whoever. Who knows what they're gonna do? So.
Yeah, we have some good laughs on my channel too. So
Yeah. Heck yeah. Lots of laughs. Oh, the Yankees are in Baltimore, 24th to the 26th of September. Yeah.
So July and
All right.
yes, right. Yeah, Stephen B. A lot of laughing and closet jokes with D-Rod. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, D-Rod. I have me and him. We what do you call it? We have him in. I got his phone number yesterday, so we've been texting each other. Dude's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so funny. So funny.
Ken Strawn Haymaker here for you.
What the hell is Strike Zone? Who said that? Who Strike Zone without the I? Like who? Did somebody type it without the I or what?
Strike Zone. What are we saying here? Is he busting your chops or is he busting someone else's chops?
I have no idea. If it's mine, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming on. Buckeye, appreciate the super chat too. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. NFE. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Get some rest, brother. Hope you had some good training today.
Oh yeah, you better believe I did.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Very good. But we'll talk about that tomorrow too. And if any other news comes out, you'll get it from me. You'll get it from Maz. You'll get it from NFE. So make sure you stay tuned, gang. Have a great night. Peace and love to all of yous. See y'all tomorrow. Let's go. Let's end this, man. Let's see what we got.